Still crazy in the gym, but I gave myself time to recover.
You said three things I'd like to just jump back over real quick. What was it? And it's a hard thing to do. The mind and the head. It's, you think we're still those teenagers, at nationals. And so what was it that hit you besides the soreness and feeling fatigued? Where was the recap and where you kind of go, okay, I got to stop? Where did the mind switch? And what was it? Not just the soreness and being fatigued and tired, but I guess my point is people out there are going to say, well, I'm tired, so maybe I'm overtraining. Well, there's a huge difference between being lazy and just wanting to cop yourself out. And we were talking before you got on. I was calling some weights out today, and as soon as I said it verbally out loud, I called myself a pussy inside, and I said, "I go put some plates on." It just went anyways. It was like, what's the trick for these people out there? What's the mindset?
That's a really good question. That's an open question, but here's how I handled it. First of all, I didn't realize the difference between my thought, my mind, and my central nervous system. Okay.
It's a good one. Huh?
Okay. So when I never knew that I had a central nervous system. Okay. Because it was always go. There's no reps in reserve. There's none of that stuff. Okay. You go till failure. And then once I had the opportunity to feel like I got hit by a train, I still wanted to train, but I couldn't. And then I realized, okay, this is it. At 59, okay, I'm learning this, right? I never would have thought about this if I didn't start prepping, right? So, and I said to myself, now this is what they call, getting killed by your central nervous system. So then I started training accordingly. Still crazy in the gym, but I gave myself time to recover.
That's huge.
Just for you guys at home, and again, I was so blessed to come from a powerlifting athletic background that I understood the nervous system. But when I got to golds in 89, 90, everybody, all bodybuilders trained like savages and heavy. And we were moving weights. Like I said yesterday, having the podcast is like Tom Plaza, my first training partner. If you think there was an off button, there's not. And I remember Jimmy, and we all moved those kind of heavy weights. And we even though I came from a powerlifting background, we bypassed that nervous system aspect of it and go, we'll just do one body part and we'll just destroy. And it's great at this stage that you're going, okay, we can do that as teens and 20s. You got to be intelligent enough when you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s to go, okay, I've tapped into that too much. Let's pull back. And so it's great that you could do that, because most guys, especially at your level, you don't have an off button. Yeah.
I still don't have an off button.
Yeah.
But now I can manage I can manage the days. Like before, when I took a day off, like yesterday, was it yesterday we had a day off? We had a day off yesterday, right? Okay, like yesterday we had a day off. I couldn't wait for my day off. Okay. 6 months ago, there was no way I was going to have a day off. And knowing that now, going back in today, I'm ready to go.
I love that. Being 59, how long you been married now?
10 years.
Okay. Oh, same time, huh? All right.
Yeah.
I ordered mine though. I ordered her off a website. That being said, having a wife,
mine just crashed the party.
She
just crashed the party. I said, "Get out." She goes, "No, I'm staying."
I know that you have a savage of a woman, and we've talked about this. We all three of us are blessed with these beastie women that don't. It just, how was the discussion, and what can you tell the people out there to say, hey, here's my talk. I'm telling her, guess what? I'm doing this absolutely psycho thing where I'm going to diet down and get on stage again. This is something that you weren't around for when I did it, back in 2000 and before, but I want you to be there. What was that conversation?
It was really easy. She knew it. She knew I was hurting.
She could feel it.
Oh man, she knew it. She knew. Listen. Let me tell you something. I would see shows. I would see people. I would see covers on my magazines. I break down. She knew.
Wow.
She knew. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. She knew. And as soon as I said, "Hey, what do you think?" She goes, "Fucking do it and do it right." She goes, "You got one shot." Yeah. She goes, "You got one shot." I said, even if you told me to go for 2 shots, I only got one.
I love PT 141 will take care of that. No, side note, for anybody else listening to what he just said, I think that is awesome. And to have a significant other that's get back in the game, go get back in the fight, regardless of the age, that's there for you. So I think that's such a plus for you.
Yeah. Mike, and she still thinks I'm delusional.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know they're not changing it, but they know that you need to fight. It wasn't just me that I competed in martial arts, and then I got lucky to get these shows like Battle Dome and Gladiator, where I got to kick guys' asses. And then after I finished up in my 40s on Gladiators, I stepped away, and it was like a year ago now. She kind of goes, "You need to go fight. You need to get back in this and stuff." And it was cool to have somebody just go, "You're a weird dude without it. Go get rid of that energy and then go battle." And so she's saying, "I know that you're a warrior. You need to get on stage so I could have the full you again."
That's exactly what it is. But the thing is, when you find that one person that you like said, "Man, where were you 25? We're not 20 because I retired 25. Where were you 40 years ago?" Right? There's 2 chances if I found her 40 years ago. Number one, I'd probably be Mr. Olympia, or she wouldn't be around. So like the timing right now is like, hey, let's just do one together. Let's just do one together. That was it.
I've had that talk as well. I think
it's just cool that she's supporting the dream and the goal, right? Like there are people like, especially like when we start getting older, right? And at that point, like, and they've not been in the industry, they're not like really crazy about it. And like you tell them, like, "Hey, listen, I want to do this." And like, "Why? This is gonna take time away from me. You're gonna be like this. You're gonna have to do this." And like, I've seen the other side of things where they don't support, and it's just at that point it's a battle. And now you got to battle at home, you got to battle in the gym, and battle on the stage. So
just the psychology behind that, right? The psychology, and Johnny just hit it out of the park. Jimmy said it in a way, and I said it the same way. We got lucky in this. A significant other normally will not want you to go do that, because then at this stage of the game, at 59, Jimmy's going to go get all pretty and full abs and look all tan, and she's just going to be covered model again. I don't want you to get that good, because then you're going to leave me.
Yeah, she knows. She knows I don't have the energy to go anywhere else.
But that's what these people are dealing with. The people out there. But for you guys that are out there and you're dealing with a significant other that's like that, just go through that and stay with them and keep showing them that you can do this and you can get back in the mix of it and not leave them in the sense. But I love that you have that capability. And Johnny, you hit it out of the park. Most don't want that. You don't need to get in shape. You don't need to do this.
Why are you doing this now? Like, you couldn't, like, it's just, I've heard the other side. And I'm like,
there's a difference why people do things, right? Like, I never got into bodybuilding for people to say, "Hey, you look great." I mean, if you go back to my whole history, you've never seen me in a tank top. I mean, I run butt naked on stage. I got no problem with that. you know. But I'm that guy who bodybuilt for me, you know.
We
So
covered it up.
me going out there and showing off and this and that. If I did that, it's all marketing. There's a reason why I did that. The reason why we did the covers and the reason why we did all that kind of stuff, right? But for me to go out there,
it wasn't for the $300 for the cover. It wasn't for that.
No, it wasn't. But you know what? We flew around the world for that, though.
Yeah, we did.